and welcome to the ARCS. We're live here from Brooklyn, Michigan for the running of the Domino 60. Now let's take a look at your top 10 drivers in today's field. Starting on the pole is Theophilus Morgendorfer. In second, Clay Stone. In third, Paris Riley. In fourth, Jerry Funk. In fifth, Pedro Perez. In sixth, Denzel Scott. In seventh, Marin Kozarich. In eighth, Carter Hayden. In ninth, Diego Tacone. And rounding out your top 10, Elias Goodbias. Let's take a look at the rest of the drivers in the field and get right on into the action. And we're live here at Michigan International Raceway, and the pace car is about to dive off here as Theophilus Morgendorfer is going to take us to green here in the Irish Hills of Michigan. And the flagman's got the flag out, and as soon as he waves, the drivers are underway. And Clay Stone with a pretty good start there against Theophilus Morgendorfer, and we've got four wide already. Denzel Scott on that far outside line. Carter Hayden and Marin Kozarich are around. And we've got a crash going into turn one. Only three cars involved. A slow spin into the wall for those three cars, but I believe they are okay. A couple scrapes on the right side of that 55 machine, but we'll see who races back to the line and gets the lead. Under caution is Theophilus Morgendorfer still has the lead, followed by Pedro Perez in that 26 machine. And Ringus McDingus has found himself in third already. And I believe Theophilus is going to hold strong for the lead, and we'll get a replay as he crosses the line here of the accident. We'll be right back, folks. And we're back from commercial break, and we've got a look at the accident here, and it looks like it involves just three cars, Marin Kozarich, Carter Hayden, and Denzel Scott, as they go for a lazy spin going into turn one, and not too much damage for two cars, except for, well, a little bit of right side damage there for Denzel Scott, but he'll continue. And Carter Hayden got out pretty much unscathed, but all three of these cars will be ready to go racing as they'll get the green flag in just a moment. And we're back here at Michigan International Raceway, and the pace car is going to dive off here. 5 of 30 complete after a couple laps have run off during caution due to a 3-car incident going into turn 1 on the first lap, and Theophilus Morgendorfer has a great restart here as he crosses the stripe. And Pedro Perez just got left out to dry there. He was not paying attention. And Jordan Walker was paying attention, though, and is looking to the inside of Paris Riley for second place. As Pedro Perez is on the outside looking in there. So Ringus McDingus is going to give a shove to that 26 car. And Theophilus Morgendorfer is trying to make away with his lead here as Jordan Walker gets ran up the track just a little bit, but will retain that spot. Second place. It's Jerry Funk and Clay Stone, 32 and 34, working together there on the bottom, but as I say working together, Jerry Funk jumps out and makes it 3 wide, going into turn 1 here. I think Jerry Funk's going to make the pass, and he does. Third place for Jerry Funk, our North Wilkesboro winner. As Jordan Walker, a driver who's not won it all this season, and Theophilus Morgendorfer, also another driver who has not won this season, are both 1-2 here with 7 of 30 complete, about to get 8 of 30 complete in this race in the Domino 60. As Jordan Walker is getting heavy draft off that 13 car and is probably going to make a move heading into turn 1 here, and Jordan Walker will, but will the move stick? That is the question, and the move, I believe, will, as we've got a pass for the lead here on lap 8. It's Jerry Funk. Now with those cars going 2x2 side by side, Jerry Funk's going to get a huge, massive tow on the backstretch, and he might look to the inside for a second, but he does not have enough momentum to carry him through the corner. Top 3 cars have broken away slightly as Joshua Harrison's hanging on by a thread, getting some draft there in 4th. But I believe Theophilus Morgendorfer, he wants that lead back, and he's going to look to the inside in turn 1, and he's going to get it, I believe. Very racy up at the front of the pack here. Jordan Walker's going to drop back, and Jerry Funk is going to be the beneficiary of that second spot. Potentially here, but Joshua Harrison's going to help Jordan Walker. We'll see. Oh, Jordan Walker into the wall slightly there. A little bit of sparks from the right side of that GoDaddy Chevy. As Joshua Harrison's pushing the back bumper of that 10 car off. But Jacob Bradley, coming from really kind of nowhere, he qualified, I believe, in the top 10, but haven't said his name at all. He's snuck up into the top 5 here. But he's just kind of stalking these front couple drivers as the 5 car and 24 car are teammates here in the ARCS, Joshua Harrison and Jacob Bradley. We'll see if they work together here and push themselves to the front. Another driver sneaking into the picture there, as you can see the 22 car of Elias Goodbias there. Jerry Funk is waiting to make a calculated move on Theophilus Morgendorfer. I believe that 10 car of Jordan Walker was faster than the 13 car, but Jerry Funk's just waiting to make that move there. And the fastest lap of the race, if you look in the top right-hand corner of your screen, is Jacob Bradley, that 24 car who magically appeared in the 5th place position earlier. That lap has the fastest one here today with a 34.6. 11 of 30 complete here in the Domino 60, as we've got more cars creeping up inside the top 5 here. A strung out race, but very competitive. As you can see, Keith Vega there, another driver that snuck up there. Maxwell Smart as well, sneaking into the picture in that Joe Gibbs Racing 20 machine. As Jordan Walker's looking to the inside of Jerry Funk, but Jerry Funk has gapped Jordan, so that's not going to work there for him. It's Jerry Funk. Ooh, Joshua Harrison might get a... No, Joshua Harrison does not make a move on Jordan Walker. As these cars are just kind of idling here. They're close enough to make a pass, but when they get to make a pass in the corner, that car in front will block. So we'll see going into turn 1 here. 13 of 30 complete here in the Domino 60. As Jerry Funk is right on that back bumper of Theophilus Morgendorfer, and Jerry Funk was so close to making a move, but he is going to get... he loses some time there, and 2 cars are going to step out behind him. Joshua Harrison and Jordan Walker. Elias Goodbias as well. They're going to freight train around him. And this is going to give Theophilus Morgendorfer a chance to run away just slightly here. Whoa, is the 10 car of Jordan Walker and Joshua Harrison getting a little antsy there. The cars were dancing around a little bit. So we've got 3-4 cars here. Almost 5 cars in a wad right here for second place. This is crazy. You'd think it was a super speedway race at Daytona or something for the lead. But no, it's for second place at Michigan. As Elias Goodbias is going to come out on top for second place. As he was marred back in 6th or 7th spot and just crept up on everybody and took second away. Good run for him. We've got Ellie Buss up here. Good run for her as Maxwell Smart, as we cross the stripe, is in 4th place. Theophilus Morgendorfer with the fastest car of the day, but the fastest lap, as you look in the top right-hand corner of your screen, goes to Elias Goodbias over Jacob Bradley. And we've got halfway complete here in this race. 15 of 30 complete. As we got a wad of cars back here for about 3rd place, I believe. Yep, 4th place, I should say. So we've got Harris Riley and a bunch of other drivers back there. But Theophilus Morgendorfer has had the fastest car of the day, but not the fastest lap. That goes to Elias Goodbias. That 22 machine with Keith Vega in tow, and we'll see if they can make mount a charge against that 13 Geico Ford Fusion. As they head into turn 3 and 4, they are going to file in behind each other, not making any moves now. If I were the drivers here, I would kind of ride this one out. You don't know what's going to happen, but as long as you have a drafting partner and you're up toward the front, anything's possible. Keith Vega might... Oh, and it's close up at the front. Elias Goodbias just cannot get around that 13 car. That 13 car has a really good corner exit there. As you can see in turn 1, a couple drivers have tried to make a move on the 13 car, and that 13 car can just boogie it on in there. And I believe that 22 got in the wall just slightly, but Keith Vega is not going to be able to make that pass. Keith Vega is going to lose a little bit of time there, I think. Well, we'll see how they go here in the start-finish line, but I believe Keith Vega in this corner will try to step out and claim the position. Yep, and he does. Keith Vega is going to look to the inside of Elias Goodbias for the 2nd place position, but 2nd place has been the position today that drivers have been able to get up to, but they have not been able to pass that leader of Theophilus Morgendorfer. Oh, and Denzel Scott, as you can see, his damage from earlier. Joshua Harrison there is the 4th place car with some tow from Elias Goodbias, and I believe he's going to drop down and help him, or at least get some draft off of him for now. So there's about 3-4 cars up at the front. Then you got Paris Riley, Maxwell Smart, all trying to draft up to the front here. And Paris Riley with a great run out of that turn 2. Gets past Joshua Harrison and might even get underneath Keith Vega in turn 3. These 2 cars of Paris Riley and Maxwell Smart just absolutely rocketing to the front. 19 of 30 complete, about to be 20 of 30 complete here. 10 laps to go, roughly, as they cross the stripe in the Domino 60 here at Michigan International Raceway. It's a 4-car breakaway roughly for the lead here, but Paris Riley's going to make it 2x2 for 3rd place. That'll give Maxwell Smart the opportunity to close, but looks like Keith Vega is going to hold on to that position. The car of the day, as I've been saying throughout this entire race, has been Theophilus Morgendorfer. He is just on a roll here in the Irish Hills of Brooklyn, Michigan. As Elias Goodbias is going to look into turn 1, but as you watch Theophilus Morgendorfer, he can just roll the corner better, but it looks like Elias Goodbias is going to look to the inside. We've got 2x2 for the lead. I was just about to make an example of Theophilus Morgendorfer and kind of explain how he's so good at running the bottom of that. 3 wide for the lead. Keith Vega to the bottom. And we've got a pass for the lead for the first time in this race. And Keith Vega's the beneficiary of the lead. The top 2 cars got side by side, and that allowed Keith Vega to sneak underneath both of them. And just like that, Theophilus Morgendorfer is back to 5th place. What a change a lap could make here at Michigan as the leader goes from 1st to 5th or 6th place in a set of corners. Wow. Now that was unprecedented right there, and we've got 22 of 30 complete, about to be 23, as Ellie Buss and Keith Vega, who've come out of nowhere, are now at the front of this pack. And we have Keith Vega leading. As Elias Goodbias trying to get a victory here at Michigan after that Bristol dirt race did not go his way, and Andy Seville stole that race from Elias Goodbias late. And the fastest lap of the day is still that 22 car of Elias Goodbias. So the Domino's fastest lap of the day is Elias Goodbias's, but I don't think Elias Goodbias is going to be just happy with the Domino 60 lap of the day. I think he wants to win this race very badly and get himself into the ARCS playoffs. But don't count out Theophilus Morgendorfer. He's in 4th, right behind Ellie Buss, so don't write him off just yet. Elias Goodbias calculating that move on when to get underneath that lead car. We saw it earlier as Elias Goodbias got underneath Theophilus Morgendorfer for that top spot, but they just got stalled out together, and the beneficiary of that was that 36 car, Keith Vega. As you see, Ellie Buss going to look to the inside of Elias Goodbias here, going to turn 1. And I believe Ellie Buss is going to get the spot. Yes, she will. We've got 25 of 30 complete. Roughly 5 laps to go here in this race in Michigan. As Keith Vega put on the move, likely, if he wins this race, the move of the race over the top 2 fastest cars in the field. Theophilus Morgendorfer and Elias Goodbias both getting outfoxed by that 36 machine of Keith Vega. So we got Paris Riley about to make it 3 wide on Maxwell Smart and Joshua Harrison. Whoa, and a little bit of contact there between Maxwell Smart and Joshua Harrison. Didn't lead to anything crazy, but there was contact that was made there. As it looks like Keith Vega has just slightly eked out a small margin of a lead ahead of Ellie Buss and Elias Goodbias, but I believe that will get very short here in the final couple laps as we're coming to 27 of 30 complete here in Michigan. The question now is, will anyone mount a charge against Keith Vega? And if they do you want to get side by side with him? Because if you get side by side, that third place driver will pounce. We saw it earlier, and we might see it again as Clay Stone's going to drop inside of Elias Goodbias there for third place, but I don't think that is going to work, as Clay Stone did not get a sufficient draft to the back of that 22 car, and Ellie Buss slowly creeping in on the back of that 36 machine of Keith Vega, with a little help from Elias Goodbias there in that 22 car. But Elias Goodbias might get greedy here as 28 of 30 complete. He's going to drop to the inside of the 33 car, and is the move going to stick? It might stick coming out of turn 2 with a little bit of help from Clay Stone. It looks like Elias Goodbias has second place, but did that finish their hopes to catch Keith Vega? That's the real question, as Paris Riley's going to snag that spot from Ellie Buss, and Ellie Buss goes from second to fourth or fifth in 2 corners. That's how much a couple corners here at Michigan can positively affect you or negatively affect you, as 29 of 30 complete, and the fastest lap is still Elias Goodbias in that second place position. Looks like Jacob Bradley's crept back up here as well. Theophilus Morgendorfer is in 7th place after leading the majority of this race, and ARCS has not been friendly to dominant drivers in the series. As we saw Noah Hobson last week lead a bunch of laps at Chicagoland and ultimately not get the victory. Or 2 weekends ago, I should say. Last week was Road America. Elias Goodbias on the back bumper almost to Keith Vega, and we're on the final lap here in Michigan. Let's see if anybody's got anything for Keith Vega here on the final lap. Oh, and Elias Goodbias is there. He's there, folks. Will he make a move in turn 3 and 4? This could be for the victory here in Michigan. It looks like Elias Goodbias is going to look to the inside of Keith Vega. We've got 2x2 for the lead. It's a drag race coming off turn 3 and 4. But I believe Elias Goodbias is going to take the victory here at Michigan for the Domino 60 on a last lap pass. Congratulations to Elias Goodbias for finally securing a victory in the ARCS. And we're back here at Michigan International Raceway, and I apologize to Elias Goodbias. That is actually his second win of the season, not his first. He won earlier this season at Las Vegas for the Pennzoil 60, so my apologies to his crew. But he does get his second win of the season, so he'll join the 2-time club of Diego Tacone and now Elias Goodbias, both 2-time winners on the season. And let's take a look at your top 10 finishers in today's race. Starting off, obviously, with our winner, 2-time winner, I should say, Elias Goodbias. In second, Keith Vega coming up short at the end, just barely by a couple car lengths. In third, Clay Stone with a good run. In fourth, Paris Riley. In fifth, Ellie Buss. In sixth, Jacob Bradley. In seventh, Theophilus Morgendorfer. In eighth, Dmitry Yanukovych. In ninth, Roland Heidfeld. And rolling out your top 10 is Ringus McDingus. Take a look at the rest of the drivers in the field.